Greetings, royal family. I told you I'd be back. All right, so you read the title. Y'all doing all right? Everybody good? Okay, good. Let's get right into it. All right, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you by now have already seen the docuseries When They See Us, which was written and produced by Ava DuVernay. I haven't seen it. I know one of my subscribers actually asked me if I'm going to be reviewing When They See Us, and I told them, I said, sis, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to actually watch the movie or the docuseries and give my feedback. I am. I think it's good for me to watch it. One of the reasons why I wasn't really so quick to watch it was because I remember this story from when I was younger. I think back in 85 or 86 when they were convicted, or 89, I think it was. I think I was like 7 years old. So I heard about this. Like, this was the talk in my household. And I know that there have been other like little documentaries and little series talking about the Central Park Five. So I was very familiar with the case. I was very familiar with the story. So when I saw this, I thought it was a great, a great idea for Ava DuVernay to kind of like expose this to a new demographic, the younger generation. And I thought it was great. I mean, I heard nothing but great things about it, as far as the actors were great. It was well put together. It was done very tastefully. And I also heard that it was very heavy. I can only imagine. So I want to talk about Oprah. She has an interview with the cast of the docuseries When They See Us, and she's sitting down and she's going to be talking to the cast members, and she most likely will bring out the real men who had to endure this tragic situation. And I had a mini conversation with one of my, one of my peoples, and they weren't excited about the fact that Oprah is now sitting down with the actors of the When They See Us, and she's going to be interviewing these people, and they're not feeling it because Oprah has left a bad taste in some people's mouth, mine as well, I'm going to admit, with her when she did the Leaving Neverland. Like, she sat down with those two individuals and people weren't feeling it and stuff like that. So I wanted to come on and kind of share my thoughts, and I definitely want to get your opinion, especially those of you who've seen the docuseries When They See Us. Again, I haven't seen it yet. I am going to watch it, and I am going to share my thoughts and give a review. But Oprah sitting down with these gentlemen and kind of talking about the movie, the acting role, so on and so forth. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, reason being is because I don't know if you guys know, but Oprah did interview the actual victim, the Central Park jogger, the young lady who was, raped and beaten. She sat down with her and she interviewed her, and it was in her magazine. And I did read the interview. And I thought that was very interesting. And this was around the time when the Central Park Five were going to be released from prison. So she sat down and interviewed the lady, and she said to her, how do you feel about these men getting out of jail? And it's crazy because this woman has no recollection of what happened to her in this incident in Central Park. All she remembers is that she called a friend over before she went jogging, and she was in the hospital. She had to go through rehabilitation, so on and so forth. And in the interview, because I brushed up on it before coming on here to talk to you guys, in the interview she doesn't place blame on them. Like, she talked about when she went to court and she had to see these men. She's forgiven them. She felt very bad for them, about what they were about to endure. And she said, maybe it's a blessing that she didn't remember any of this, and she couldn't, pinpoint a face. She couldn't even point anyone out because she had head trauma and damage to her brain. So much so that a lot of her memory was erased, not only of this incident, but other things as well. So, yeah, and I thought that was very interesting, her take on it. Like, she was very, she was a victim of a brutal attack, but she has no memory of it, and she's holding no grudges. She's kind of accepting the fact that she had to go through all of this rehab, and she is not physically balanced as she used to be, and she didn't even want to look at pictures of herself, her being, mutilated and brutalized, and she didn't even look at any of those images. But I say all that because I wanted to point out the fact, if I'm going to link the article for the interview in the description, and I want you guys to take a look and read through the interview and tell me what you think. I just found it very interesting that, I don't know, like, I just found it interesting that Oprah, she talked a lot about, the men that brutalized her, the men that was accused of brutalizing her, wrongfully accused, of brutalizing her. And just what I got from it was, she was just kind of trying to get she was trying to kind of get the woman to be angry, I guess, because Oprah said to her, you have every right to be angry. Like, why aren't you mad? And so on and so forth. Do you believe in God? And what do you think the reason behind this was? And it's interesting that she interviewed the Central Park jogger before she was even ever really interested in interviewing the men who were wrongfully accused. And it could be a number of factors, right? I'm not unrealistic or ridiculous. Obviously, the Central Park jogger was not incarcerated or, in the hospital at the time, so she was readily available. But I find it interesting now that Oprah is like jumping on this. And I didn't even know that when they see us, that Oprah was the executive producer of this. Tell me if you guys knew that before this came out or when it came out. I had no idea. Like, now I'm starting to hear like Oprah was behind this as well. I know her and Ava DuVernay are really close, and Oprah put Ava DuVernay on, you know what I mean? And I didn't know that her name was even attached to this. I mean, maybe color me ignorant. I don't know. If you guys knew, tell me. Like, let me know if you knew that beforehand. But a lot of people, well, the person that I had a conversation with, my friend, I know I'm rambling, but it's just so much that I want to say. The friend that I was speaking with, him and I were, talking about this, and he's not really feeling Oprah. He feels that it's like she's just exploiting the actors and the men who are wrongfully accused, and she's just kind of jumping on the bandwagon. And he feels that if When They See Us movie tanked, if it didn't go so well, we probably wouldn't even have known that Oprah was behind it. But because it's being, like, everybody is talking about it and it's sparking so much emotion, and the prosecutor who worked on the case for the Central Park Five, like, she's getting a lot of backlash, and rightfully so. She's being, her books are not being published. She's been fired from her numerous positions, so on and so forth. So my friend was saying that had the movie gone left, we might not have known that Oprah was associated with it. We would have found out. I mean, her name is in the credits or whatever. But why is it that Oprah doesn't seem to... This is a question that was asked. Why is it that Oprah doesn't seem to really, like, go as hard for Black people that are oppressed as opposed to other demographics? Now, this was a question that was posed. I mean, I had to sit with that. I can't answer that. You know what I mean? I don't know if I look at it that way, but I see why people are saying that. This interview is scheduled to air June 12th. So check it out if you guys... I think it's going to be on OWN. So there's going to be like some sort of special, and then she's going to sit down and speak with these men. Now, I will say this. I think because Oprah herself has been a victim of sexual abuse, she often empathizes with the victims. And she did give a statement after she interviewed those two human beings who accused Michael Jackson of molesting them when they were younger. She did get a lot of backlash, and she actually said something about it. And she said, she wanted to get the point of view of the victim, you know what I mean? Because I think she can relate to that. But I don't know. Is Oprah, is Oprah just jumping on the bandwagon? Like, do you think it's authentic? I know we can't really say because the interview hasn't come out yet, but just this whole riding this wave, and when the story came out about the Central Park Five and they were convicted, it's being said that Oprah was like a part of the witch hunt as well. Like, she wanted them to be convicted. But I don't know. I mean, Oprah being a journalist, she can do her investigation. When things didn't line up back in the day when this story broke, DNA didn't match and things like that. Like, what did she think? Did she not second guess this and say, no, this might be an injustice, or this might be racially driven, or this is not right? Like, she just went along. And why? Oprah's coming under scrutiny a lot lately, and we all do. Everybody gets criticized for something, right? And I don't think Oprah's a horrible person. You know what I mean? I wasn't really feeling her interviewing those two boys with the Leaving Neverland situation, but she is a journalist and she has her reasons why she does what she does. But this Central Park 5 thing, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to come back and give my feedback. But let me know if you guys heard about this and what do you think about Oprah, sitting down and interviewing these men now, the actors. And I'm assuming that she's going to interview the gentleman who suffered this injustice. But what do you think about it? Like, do you think it's just Oprah being a journalist? Do you think that she's clout chasing? Not that Oprah needs to clout chase. And I'm asking these questions because these are some of the questions or some of the things that people have been saying. And again, I'm going to link the article in the description. Read it. Read the interview that Oprah did with the Central Park jogger and tell me what you think. I think that I'm hoping that Oprah gets it right, but we'll see. Tell me what you think about that, though, Royal Family. I wanted to come on real quick and just kind of like, get your opinion, because I have an opinionated, intellectual, savvy group of Royal Family members. And I know you're going to give it to me raw, no chaser, respectfully, of course. So do you think Oprah is doing too much? You think she's clout chasing? You think now that this came out and it's like blowing up, that now she wants to jump on this or whatever? Again, June 12th is when the interview will air. I think it's going to be on OWN. So I'm interested to see, but I want your opinion. I value your opinion, Royal Family. So that's why I'm asking. But let me go. I love you for watching. Get down in the comments. Make sure you like this video if you like it. Check out my other content. And until next time, peace.